Yeah, Shalom, giving all praise unto Yahweh Hashem, Hashai Bashim, Rokwa HaKodash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, and honors you brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. It's going to be a relatively quick video. I'm going to call this video something to the effect of mounting economic danger, or anything that's similar to that. So, I'm not going to keep this too long, but we know, according to the scriptures, let's get it. According to the scriptures, in order to further their enterprise, these elite banking families are getting ready to implement the RFID chip, the MLTB. And in order to do that, the existing economy, the existing world, the existing way in which this world works is going to be destroyed. So we've seen a plethora of different moves basically pointing towards that end, whether it be the C-19, whether it be the destroying of food processing centers and farms, and different individuals such as Bill Gates buying up farms all over the place. We see a situation where this MLTB system is getting ready to be set up. So let's read the scripture. The book of Revelations, the 13th chapter, on the 16th verse. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So that's what's coming up, that no man might be able to buy or sell, save he have the mark. So we see articles like this and we get excited, because effectively what we're seeing is the impending doom of the economy. And once this economy is done, we're not going to have a situation like 2008 where you build up. We're not going to have some great recession and you're going to be able to build up. Quite the contrary. What's going to happen is this world, the mechanics of how this world works, is going to be replaced with another system, which is going to be the MLTB system. And the missing link in all of that is the people. They got everything all set up, right? They got the computers, they got the internet, right? You got the Starlink program that Elon Musk is getting involved in and building up, and he's just the face of it. All right, he's just the front guy. He's not the one calling the shots, and he's not some revolutionary. He's just a guy that's been told to be the face of a particular product, and that's what's going to happen. They're going to use that technology in order for those prophecies to be fulfilled. So let's read this article real quick, and we can see, we can pull some information from it. Escalation. Recent events suggest mounting economic danger. A common refrain from people who are critical of alternative economists is that we have been predicting crisis for a long time. Now, this actually reminds me of the scripture within the book of 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter. And we can get that now. Excuse me. Might be coming down with something. I hope Lord's will not. 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter. Knowing this first, that it shall come in the last days, scoffers walking after their own lusts, saying, where is the promise of his coming? Because the economy, as well as the other prophecies, they're an important part of our prophecy. We let you know that this economy is going to be destroyed. But these people, their sentiment is that, yo, you've been saying that for a long time, you know. You've been saying that for a long time. But the reality of the situation is this is what's coming. This is what these elites have got planned for you. These are generally people who don't understand the nature of economic decline. It's like an avalanche that builds up over time. And that's these prophecies too. Everything is spearheading towards the same thing. Let's get another scripture. The book of Mark, the 13th chapter. Mark 13. I'll go straight to the point. And 7. When you shall hear these things, when you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise up against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There shall be earthquakes in diverse places. There shall be famines. How do you think there's going to be famines? Right? The Most High was going to send plagues. The Most High was going to put it within Esau's spirit to shut down particular industries. These are the beginnings of sorrows. Let's continue here. Economic decline is a process that takes many years. Right? So we're seeing famines and troubles being spoken about here. It takes years, it takes time, but we're in that time, we're in that precipice. While you might get an event like the crash in 1929 and the crash of 2008, these moments of panic are nothing more than the wreckage left behind by great waves of tumbling ice. So we're telling you that there's a great crash coming. And he's like, oh, no, we're all right, we're okay. But the reality of the situation is we could see the ice sheets cracking. We can see that. And we can already see what they're getting ready to set up after that. In the past months, there's been considerable uptick in the economic and geopolitical activity that suggests we're entering a new phase. What's that phase going to be? The MOTB, the CHIP. We're entering a new phase, and surprisingly, it's all accumulating right before us. So they're going to go into the factors, but I'm telling you, the new phase is the MOTB, the NWO. That's what's coming. That's what's coming up the pipeline. Economic European energy crisis, of which Europe is supposed to be part of the Western world, right? So if you've got an energy crisis within Europe, businesses are going to fail, and it's just going to come tumbling down. Now, they might have some kind of policies that they can implement and so on and so forth, but they're borrowing money in order for them policies to be implemented in order to keep these businesses alive. Like here within the UK, they got the 2-year energy price cap. Russia has now completed cut-off of natural gas supplies to Europe, which represents about 40% of all European energy resources. So food is going to be impacted, because if you're working in a warehouse producing food products, you need to be warm, right? Never mind all of the chemicals that they get off of the back of producing gas and all of that. Europeans benchmark natural gas, so that's gone up. Oil suppliers are also in steep decline for Europe. So that's the backbone of the economy, right? Base case scenario is that they are mostly mild temps, and people barely scrape by with minimum heating, which is likely not gonna happen. You're gonna have places within Europe that's gonna have blackouts. Next section, core inflation is still rising. And that's within Babylon too. Right, Putin's meeting Xi Jinping, so the world leaders are getting set up to the Most High put it within their spirit to come together so that this great battle could be fought, because that's going to be a prophecy that's going to be fulfilled too. I mean, we're talking about the economy now, but you got a situation where you got to understand why is the economy going down? Well, you put sanctions upon Russia by way of hypocrisy, put sanctions on Russia, which Russia retaliated. Now you got these situations happening. They say these cold wars, which is these economic wars, they basically lead to hot wars. So the cold wars, the sanctions, and all of this, that, and the third, it's going to lead onto the hot war, right? That's going to be pretty much once they start implementing the CHIP, the Most High is going to put it within these nations' spirit to come up with a World War III. So that's the video. Hopefully that was of edification. With that, I must say, all praise unto Yahweh, Shema Shai, Bashim, Koach, Kodash, double honors unto the apostles of great millstone, and honest you brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.